Hey, what's up guys? Bajheera here, bringing you guys another gym video. This is going to be a leg day that I did. And one of the things that I've been focusing on recently for my squat workouts is trying to have a little bit wider of a grip on the bar, but still maintain upper back tightness. Because one of the things that's been happening, and I mentioned this in videos before, is that if I have a really close grip on the bar, for whatever reason, I guess the push and the pull effect of trying to maintain back tightness ends up making my left elbow really inflamed. And my left elbow has always been kind of weird throughout the course of my life. Like, I can never do dips and things like that. It just ends up getting mad at me. So it's not any sort of like big injury that prevents me from training. It just hurts and is annoying. So I try to remedy that by getting a wider grip on the bar and focusing on just flexing every muscle in my back as hard as I can with my traps, even my rear delts, and even my lower lats, everything, just to maintain a whole lot of tightness and what's called bracing. So I'm bracing myself and also taking a big deep breath and flexing my stomach, but also trying to almost push that air into the lower part of my stomach. And if I can achieve that real solid core, it makes everything else a whole lot easier. You can really focus on driving with your legs and pushing your upper back up into the bar rather than pulling the bar down, and that's something that's been helping me out. So I started this video off at 225, and I did quite a few warm-up sets for this one. You know, I'm trying to ease into having a lot of my volume take place at my higher weights at my working sets, but today, since I was trying out my new grip, you know, still working on that, went ahead and gave myself plenty of warm-up sets. So that's 2 sets at bar, 135, 185, 205, and then of course we have 225, and now we're up at 245. So this is pretty much the general order of events from a lot of my training. I do a ladder system where I'll do two sets at each little weight bracket, drop the reps, increase the weight pretty much every time. That's kind of how I like to do things. But for this workout in particular, once I got through the 2 sets all of each weight bracket all the way up to 245, once I got to 275, I went ahead and I did 5 sets at 275. Then I did 3 sets at 295, and then I just did 2 sets at 315 this time around, because I know I had done a lot of volume at that point, and there was really no reason to just keep grinding out. I mean, I definitely could. I could have kept grinding out reps, but I was like, you know what? We've done plenty of volume. The goal of this workout isn't necessarily to get my absolute highest weight I've ever lifted. It's really more just about locking in a good upper back form and, you know, getting quality volume, and so that's what I did. My squats recently have been pretty good. I think that I still want to focus mainly on doing volume. That's still my main focus, but over time, I think if I'm feeling good, definitely encouraging myself to drop the volume a little bit and go for heavier weight. That wasn't one of the things I want to do this workout, obviously, but like I said, if I ever am feeling good and just feeling strong that day, everything feels good, I feel like I can get warmed up, get my hips loosened up, feeling strong. If there's no real, muscle stuff going on, then we feel good. May as well try and get some higher weights lifted, because the most I've ever done, I did 365, yeah, 365, but with a pretty good spot. So 355 was the most that I've ever squatted just on my own clean, and that's definitely not that much. That is not a big squat by any means. And over time, I do want to improve the weights that I'm lifting, so I feel like if I could go for a 355 or 365 fairly soon, then maybe we could progress all the way up into 400 pounds eventually. I mean, I'm sure I could get 400 within the next year or so. I wouldn't necessarily set that as like okay, this is my goal for the year, squat 400 pounds, but it's on my mind. I want to get up there, because I know that for a long time, strength has not really been my priority, and I feel like that shows in terms of what I'm actually capable of lifting. For whatever reason, my bench is okay. I can bench 325. I've done as much as 325 before. Now, granted, I can't do that every day, but I mean, like it seems like almost like every 3 weeks, you get like a day where you just feel really, really good. And within that 3-week period, if you have one of those good days, then you can go and set a PR. And once we get one of those for leg day, it'll be a whole lot of fun. Same thing with deadlifts. Deadlifts even more than anything. Right now, deadlifts are not an exercise that I'm trying to set PRs for. My biggest deadlift ever was a 435, but I feel like back then my form was probably a lot worse. And now if I really practice using really good form and not letting my form break down, and going ahead and even backing off of heavier weights to maintain good form and just training the movement again, getting the whole sequence of events solid, getting every muscle group that's involved in deadlift solid, I could set more than 435 PR, I'm sure. So I mean, obviously this is leg day, but these training vlogs for me, a lot of times I'm just sort of sitting down and sharing my thoughts with you about my training in general. I mean, while we're grinding out 5 sets of 5, or was it 5 sets of 5? Yeah, 275. Now, 2 of the clips in this video, if you guys are counting, 2 of the clips had bad focus, so I didn't put in one of the 275 clips, and I didn't put in one of the 295 clips. So you guys are like, wait a minute, I only saw 4 sets 275 because one of them didn't have good focus, guys. That's why. But and the good focus on the camera. I was plenty focused in my lift, and we did good. So now I'm gonna do, I guess, for the video, it's gonna be 2 sets of 295 for. I think I did these for 3. And once again, I had done a lot of volume, and it wasn't my strongest day in general, but grinding out, you know, pretty good weight with a new form. I mean, my form's still pretty good just in terms of, you know, squatting in general. It's just a wider grip. You have to brace differently. It just balances a little bit differently, but we're getting there. And I think overall, my elbow definitely hurt a lot less after this workout. So I think that's the right thing to do. But overall, this leg day was more about just solid effort, getting used to a new form, and putting more volume on my muscles. Hopefully they're gonna get stronger. Hopefully they'll grow. The main goal still, the overarching goal for me, is definitely more of a bodybuilding kind of thing. I don't want to fully transition into just full-on powerlifting. I don't really think that's my style. But getting stronger is my goal, and if I'm trying to get stronger on squat, bench, and deadlift, you know, powerlifting is a way to get stronger on squat, bench, and deadlift. So incorporating some of those sort of training styles, I mean, honestly, even just incorporating that in my mindset, you know, watching more powerlifting videos on YouTube, just learning more about powerlifting, that helps change the way that you think about your training and helps change the way your training actually affects you, I believe. So, gonna finish up this squat workout with 3 at 315. Always solid to finish off with a good couple reps at 315 if that's what we're going for. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys once again for watching. Plenty more gym videos on the way, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!